You didn't know what you were doing, but something clicked that day, and it's never let go since. You stalled twice, almost dropped it, but something buried itself deep right there, beneath fear, beneath ego, beneath noise. It wasn't just a bike, it was your first escape, your first identity, the first time something answered back. Years pass, other bikes come and go, but that first one, still waiting in the dark like it never left. Chapter 1. It was never just a bike. It wasn't shiny, it wasn't fast, but it felt alive in your hands, like it already knew your name. You weren't ready, but you still leaned, still pushed. That fear, it didn't stop you, it made you feel alive. You dropped it, got up slow, but you didn't quit, because the bike never looked at you with judgment. The ride ended, but your hands kept shaking. That wasn't fear anymore, that was you discovering something real beneath control. You figured it out mid-ride. No tools, no help. That moment stayed because it felt like you earned it. You shifted late, but you didn't flinch. That noise stitched itself into your spine. You've been chasing it ever since. They waved you in. You stayed back. Not from shame, from respect. That bike taught you how to listen first. You didn't need numbers. You needed permission. And somehow that busted old bike gave it without speaking a single word. You stayed on two wheels. That bike saved you, not because it was good, because you finally understood it. You walked away once, but every step felt wrong. You knew it. That bike knew it. It never forgave you. Chapter 2. You still hear it ride. You thought it was someone else's bike, but that sound, it hit a nerve you buried a long time ago. You gripped tighter, because that sound returned like an old voice whispering something only your first bike ever said. You've heard 1,000 engines, but that one idle rhythm, it drilled itself into your memory like a scar. You held the throttle still. You didn't need to hear new power. You were waiting for the old ghost. That silhouette wasn't yours, but your heart kicked like it was, because shape and soul sometimes blur when you remember. The radio glitched, but you heard it, a distant rumble, not your current bike, something you swore was long gone. You didn't say a word, but your steps slowed, like something was already there, waiting where it used to be. You turned your head before you even thought. You'd know that cold growl anywhere. First bikes haunt you like that. You woke up sweating. It was there again. That sound, the one that started everything, and refuses to leave. You tried to watch quietly, but when the audio cracked in, you flinched. Not from volume, from memory. Chapter 3. The others never replaced it. This one's faster, cleaner, safer, but your hands don't sink in. They float like strangers. The bond just isn't there. You leaned hard. It held well, but you still missed the wobble, the warning, the wildness your first bike gave. The line was flawless. You did everything right, but nothing felt wrong enough to make it feel alive again. New bike, new gear, but your rhythm feels rehearsed. First rides weren't practiced. They were discovered one mistake at a time. You like this one, but you don't love it. Not the way that Rust Bucket used to answer your throttle. New keys work fine, but you keep carrying the old one, like muscle memory refuses to forget where it started. You should be grinning, but you're not, because perfection doesn't haunt, only that clunky, beautiful chaos you first believed in. You break traction perfectly, but your heart doesn't race, because that old bike scared you enough to feel everything real. Someone posted a photo. You paused breathing, not because you miss it, because some part of it still misses you. They're all lined up, but the first one's absence is louder than their engines ever could be, even combined. Chapter 4. You can sell it, but it won't let you go. You signed the sale, smiled even, but deep inside, something twisted, like you'd handed over part of your name. You watched it leave. Still, you heard something snap in your ribs, a sound louder than any engine could make. It's gone, but that spot still smells like it. The floor remembers, and now you wish you hadn't cleaned it. The new bike handles well, but every corner feels quiet. Your first ride used to shout through every lean. You almost tossed it, but you didn't. That name on the paper still feels more like you than yours does. You smiled before answering, because somehow it asked, like the bike still sends echoes through people who once heard it roar. You kept riding, forgot the turn, not from distraction, from memory. That bike still reroutes your head like it owns it. You hesitated, just a flicker, but enough. Because you remember how the old one shook, like it was waking up too. You weren't planning to stop, but there it was, or something like it, and your heart hit the throttle instantly. It's been years, but you still look over your shoulder like it'll return, like bikes this real don't ever leave.